It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Top of the league by 1+4. Oh my gosh. Listen, let me set this up right here, boy. We gonna have a good time today, boy. We gonna have a good time. Wolves 0, Arsenal 2. We go to the Molineux and we absolutely control the game. We are now 5 points clear at the top of the Premier League table. Going into the World Cup break, going into Boxing Day when everything picks back up, we're top and we got some space to breathe. Got a little bit of space to breathe, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit the notification bell. Hit them comments below and tell me what you guys thought about the game. But listen, what more is there to say? And that's a champion. That's a champion's performance. That's a champion's elect type performance. When you're going into a game where they're sitting in a low block, five across the back, they're isolating Saka and Martinelli and stuff like that. Things aren't clicking as easy as they were. This team stuck in. And they found a way to win. That's what winners do. That's the mentality shift of this club now. And honestly, it's such a statement win. This is a clear statement win from us to tell the rest of the league we're the real deal. We're the real deal. I'm not even talking about just our league positioning right now or I'm talking about the performances. We're the best performing team in the league this season by a good margin, head and shoulders. I think personally, our performances, I would say bar the Man United game, but we didn't have Partey. Bar that game in the league. That and probably Southampton. I'll give Southampton too. But yeah, bar those two performances, we have been sensational. Top to bottom, we have been electric. We have been resilient. We have shown character, fight, poise, control, maturity, whatever you want to call it. We have showed so many good qualities of a side that can challenge for the league. I'm not going to say it yet, but I'm just saying, fantastic stuff from top to bottom. This was something that we needed to do. City dropped points today. Oh, well, I'm about to say now Spurs didn't drop points, but so it was a clash between Newcastle and Chelsea. I know Chelsea's not really in our conversation right now. Y'all a little bit low for us right now, but you know what I'm saying? That was still a tough game to watch, and Newcastle got some momentum. There was pressure on us. There was pressure on us to act, and we had to respond. And in these situations in the past, if you're a longtime Arsenal fan, you know we don't typically capitalize in the past few years on situations like this where people drop points, and it's our time to make a leap of progress forward, or somehow stave off our lead and continue to maintain things. We usually capitulate. We usually crumble. We usually let people back into things. But we are making statements. We're telling people, you ain't going to hold. We're still on top of the tree, bro. The elephant's still on top of the tree. Everybody wants to say, oh, yeah, come World Cup. Oh, yeah, come World Cup, they'll fall. Oh yeah, no, the squad depth is two things. They'll fall in a month. Blah blah blah. Jesus don't score goals. Odegaard's not this. Vieira's not that. All these excuses. Goalposts have been moved so long, bro. They got a whole working crew to build up and break down a stadium at this point, bro. They're moving more than goalposts. They're moving so much to try and find an excuse to why we can't be the top dog in this league right now. They can't. They can't find any. They can't. When it comes down to the 90 minutes we play each week in the Premier League, we're proving why we're one of the best in the league, if not the best this season. And listen, it's looking good right now, bro. It's looking good. What more can I say, bro? But I'll get back to the game real quick. Fantastic performances. I think it was really subdued from us in the first half. We were trying to find a way through, but I think Wolves played. They played pretty well, given that the formation, given how they pressed, given how they gave some of our players some grief, and of course Xhaka went off early, so we had to bring on Vieira, and so that was maybe a little bit of a mentality, well, not mentality shift, but just an energy change, just a flow of momentum type thing, and they got some joy. With balls over the top and counterattacks, but we held firm. We maintained. We didn't concede. That's the most important thing. And it's when the goals came through. Unselfish play, fantastic movement. This is Arteta ball at its finest right here. This is Arteta ball at its finest. Just when you think that there's nothing going on, one pass changes everything, bro. Just the unselfish play, fluidity from the attack. This is a winning club again, bro. This club feels like we can win every game we step into. Honestly, with the squad we played, that starting 11, I think we can win every game we step into. Fantastic stuff, top to bottom. But let's go through these player ratings really quickly and just run through that. Ramsdale today, I'm going to give an 8 clean sheet he kept today, again, was equal to a lot of different stuff. Put his body on the line for a lot of different things. There was a challenge with Adama Traore, actually, where, he hit his head a little bit. I don't know if it was like, serious or not, because he flipped his head real quick, had to do a little performance. I'm not going to say nothing, but it was good nonetheless. He dealt with everything he needed to, came out, swept up some things that were a little bit dangerous, and was overall really good. Honestly, I have no complaints about him. Ben White, I'm going to give him a 7.5 today. I think probably the most trouble we got was from, I think, the fullbacks. Not necessarily it wasn't their fault of their own, but it was just how Wolves played. So we kind of had to, I guess, react to things in certain areas. Didn't overlap as much as I thought he was going to do this game. So it was a little bit of, I guess, more isolation on Saka. Maybe it was just a bit of a wariness over the counterattack and just want to be ready for that. But I give him a 7.5 today. Again, kept a clean sheet, did what he was supposed to do. But there was one ball. He played to Jesus late in the second half. Oh my goodness. Gareth Southgate, are you watching that? Do you see that, my guy? You better start him. You better stop playing with him and start that man. Ben White's ridiculous. Ben White is ridiculous on the ball, man. Saucy player. Shout out to him, 7.5 though. Moving down to William Saliba. He had a good game today again. He had a scary mistake, but I think he wasn't the better of the two center halves today. I'm going to give him, I'll give him a 7.5. I'll give him a 7.5 as well. I think overall he wasn't that bad. He just had the one little, again, mistake. I believe somebody said, I don't know how true this is, but he was instructed to do that little pass back and that caused some trouble. But he's young. You know what I'm saying? He's going to figure out how to be a bit more quicker on the ball. I know his style is to be a bit more relaxed and a bit more, I guess, not really nonchalant, but just calmer in his approach on the ball and turning and everything like that. But again, he put in a good performance today. Clean sheet. He dug in when he needed to, and it was a solid performance from him. Moving on to Gabriel Magalhães, I am going to give him an 8.5. As a matter of fact, I lied. I'm giving him a 9. I'm giving him a 9. He deserves a 9 today. He cleaned up the messes that Saliba, caused, like the 1 or 2 spills that Saliba caused, and he was exceptional from 1 to 90. We're going to have a conversation about how many people slate him, and they say, oh, yeah, sometimes he is the odd man out, technically, whatever you want to say. But when it comes down to sticking in, defending, showing some heart and character, he's the first one to step up out of that back line. He's the first one. So I don't want to hear no slander on Gabriel's name. 9 today, absolutely immense. Led the back line. I think he was the best defender today for us. So, yeah, 100%. He was fire. To Alexander Zinchenko, I'll give him an 8, honestly. You know what? I lied. I'm giving him a 7.5. I'm going to match him with Ben White because of the same problem with the over-the-tops. And I think Adama Traore was actually, kind of favoring that side because of him, tucking into the midfield and such like that. So I think he actually did fairly well with some of those recoveries, but I think there were still some things that Traore got off the other side. Just the other side wasn't ready for it. Like Guedes and stuff like that, like and Ruben Neves and the other Traore. I don't think they were as available on the other side for Traore's like attacks and stuff like that. But overall, again, Zinchenko just makes us tick in a different way, man. When he allows us to have that extra pivot in the midfield, fantastic. It's fantastic. This is fluidity as finest, and he's a big part of that. So I'm going to say 7.5 today. Just be a little bit conservative, but I think he did good as well. Moving to Granit Xhaka, I'm going to give a box standard 5 because he played for like 2 minutes. Get well soon. He had a little stomach ache, you know what I'm saying? Get some Robitussin, my guy. Moving on to Thomas Partey, I'm going to give an 8.5. I'm going to give an 8.5 today. I don't think there was much that got past him, honestly. I don't think there was much that really got past him today. Played some beautiful reverse passes, man. He just offloading pressure. He's ridiculous. 8.5 in my opinion today. Plays a role that sometimes everybody doesn't see, as well as the next person I'm about to mention. But again, integral to how we play. Moving on to my man of the match today. You can't deny him. Let me know if y'all still doubting my boy Martin Ødegaard with a whole 9.5 performance today. He was everywhere, and I don't want to hear anybody complain or say, oh, no, he wasn't that. He was everywhere today. On the defensive end in the shape, making things happen. I was seeing him trailing players and getting tackles. You know what I'm saying? He was everywhere from the defensive sense, in transition, all the way into the box. That's more of the Martin Ødegaard you want to see. Getting on the ends of the passes inside the box, things that flash across the, the inside of the opposition's box. We want him to be on the end of those if he's available to make that late run.
You see him for the second goal, available right there in the middle of the box, making it happen and finishing the job, finishing dinner. You know what I'm saying? Fantastic player, fantastic captain. This is what I want to see from him. Man of the match performance, captain's performance. That is wonderful stuff, top to bottom. Moving on to Gabriel Martinelli. I think I'm gonna give I think the wingers this game were probably gonna be the lowest rated in my opinion, just because how they were marked. They didn't really get too much joy on the ball. And they kind of really had to kind of like, you know, just acquiesce to the system, so to speak, because they were getting marked by 2 or 3 players at a time. So it wasn't much that they could do. But I really wish they could have broken through with like a more of a scathing run like Jesus was making, which we'll get to him as well. Jesus was making some really good runs. I wish Martinelli and Saka got more of that in the first half and in most of the second. So Martinelli, I'm going to, because of that reasoning, give him a 7. I'm gonna say his box standard 7, but again, worked his socks off, did what he needed to do. I think he actually got an assist, so I might give him a 7.5 just to mark him up a little bit. I'm gonna say a 7 for now, but I don't know if they gave him the assist for the second, so we'll leave it at that. But Kyle Saka, I'm going to give a 7 as well. Just a little bit subdued, you know what I'm saying? World Cup's coming around for both of these gentlemen, so it might be a little bit lax, but I don't know what to tell y'all, man. I don't know what to tell y'all. He's still a baller, and he's still doing his thing, bro. I don't need anybody slating him off. Just back these players. Don't think because they've been subdued by another system a little bit, you know what I'm saying, they're not full, when you know what I'm saying, full all guns blazing every single time out for like, you know, most of the game. Don't think that it's a complete drop in levels or something like that. It could be another reasoning. So just back them, support them, and that's all we need to talk about that. Gabriel Jesus, I'm giving him an 8 today. 8 today. There was chances he missed. I know. My boy's missing some chances. I get it. But if you're watching how this guy plays, he's making so much happen. Him and Ødegaard are in that same kind of frame of mind where like they're not finishing the goals, but they're so integral to how we play because they're everywhere. Jesus was making so many good runs. He was unlucky not to score today. There was a good header. There was a good chance of a header that he missed. It just kind of flicked off him. There was a chance that got off the bar that then he missed as well. But again, I was just unlucky not to score because he was cutting man up. He was ridiculous. And what is it called? He again, the pre-assist for I'm about to say Fabio Vieira, which we'll get to in a second. He was making so much. He makes so much things happen on the defensive end as well. He was getting great tackles. He was hawking down Traore or something like that. I can't remember who was in transition, but he was the left back for like a good 40 seconds, and he was hawking man down. What more can you ask from this guy? What more can you ask, except for the goals? What more can you ask? And when we're playing like this and we're still scoring and stuff, I don't mind it as much. He will find the goals. I promise. I will back this man. He will find the goals. But you cannot fault him for doing everything else while other people are getting available for the goals. Because if he makes a scaly run for the left wing, and then somebody like Fabio Vieira can come in and deliver a pass like that, it's by the by. It's kind of inconsequential when you realize we're whooping people's asses by 2-0 because he's making himself available everywhere on the pitch. You know what I'm saying? So fantastic from him today, I believe, in my opinion. Just unlucky not to score some of the chances that he had on his plate. Substitutes. Again, Fabio Vieira came on. I'm going to give Fabio Vieira, I'm giving him, because of the assist, I'm giving him a 7.5. I feel like people were slating him off. I think he had actually a really good performance today. Back this guy. Please back this guy. Do not scapegoat him because things aren't going well right now because he had to sub on. Don't do that, man. He's adapting to the Premier League. It takes long. I'm telling you, it's not an easy job to adapt to the Premier League like this, man. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? People find rough patches all the time. And it's not even a rough patch. It's he's figuring out his game and where he fits into the system. He was in that Xhaka role, and he ended up making Xhaka runs like that. The assist was fantastic today. Fantastic. Found the right run. Again, just made it happen. And he's going to get better and better. He's going to be really, really good. And a lot of people's going to eat their words. They're going to eat their words when he's cooking, bro. I promise you. I promise. So he gets a what did I say? 7.5, 8 for me? I can't remember. I'll fix it in the recording. But yeah, he gets that rating from me. He was solid today. The rest of the subs that came on, I believe it was Elneny, Reese, and Cedric. They all get 5s because they didn't really have much time to work. Fans today, ref today, I'm gonna give what? I'm gonna give him like a -4. I'm giving -4. I don't like the refs anyways, whatever. But he was kind of He was so. I'm not gonna lie. There were some things that I think could have been addressed. There was a penalty situation that, was a penalty, was not a penalty. I don't think it was. I feel like he kind of offset it with the offside call that was there earlier. So whatever. Arteta today, I'm giving him an 8.5. I'm giving Arteta an 8.5. Again, World Cup. we have to make a statement before we leave on the World Cup and go into break. He picks a strong side. Unfortunate that Xhaka went down, but Fabio Vieira came in, filled in for the role pretty well, I think. And he was making it happen, man. Arteta has really, really changed the mentality. He was talking earlier today about this is a club that we can feel proud of as fans. We should feel proud of this club. Every single time they step out, I see that they can give. They're ready to die for the badge. You saw Ødegaard when he was scoring, he was holding the badge, kissing the badge. That's the team that we want. And that's the type of mentality that can win us a league title. I'm not saying we gonna do it. But I'm saying that's the type of mentality we're showing week in, week out that could potentially get us there. Just my word. Just an opinion. Week by week, though. Week by week. Top 4. Yeah, week by week. Conservative. Yeah. All right. So if y'all have any comments, you know what I'm saying, on the match, what went down, who was your personal man of the match, let me know in the comment section below. That's all we have for, you know, Arsenal stuff until Boxing Day, but we might do some special World Cup stuff. Maybe have to call in some friends, you know what I'm saying, get a little prediction stuff going around, see what's happening. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a good time, a nice little break. It's gonna be a, you know, cool, relaxing summertime for me. What better Christmas gift can you receive than your team being top of the table comfortably? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but you know what I'm saying? Other fans wouldn't understand that. They're not on top of the table. But anyways, that's all I got for this video. But do not trip. We will see you in the next one.